morning, good afternoon, good evening, or this is Tanks and Tutties, presented by Tubbs and Franke. It's another victory week for the boys. All of our teams won, including a big Wisconsin upset in basketball that we're not going to talk about, but it's one of your teams. We'll mention it now. Congratulations. They knocked off number 3 Marquette. Big game tonight against MSU.
We own the in-state rivalry there, so.
Big. Let's get right into it. How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. Very busy weekend, actually. Friday, we didn't really do much. We actually ended up going out Thursday. Paige's last day of classes for the semester were Thursday. So we went out, had a couple drinks. Friday, just kind of stayed at home, chilled out. I don't think we really did anything much Friday. Saturday, we were up at the ass crack of dawn. I think we were up at 6 o'clock. One of Paige's friends, my friend by association of Paige, was running a marathon for St. Jude's down here. Huge marathon. There's like 20,000 people running in it. 17 countries represented. It was insane. But yeah, so we got up at like 6, went to one of Paige's other friends' house, had mimosas and some food, and then just kind of went along the marathon at different like different routes, different mile markers, stopped to like see them, cheer them on and everything. There was a couple different people that we knew running it. That was an all-day affair. I think it finished at like 2. The girl ran it in like just under 5 hours. And then after that, we ended up coming back to the apartment, kind of got cleaned up, changed, took a quick nap, and then went out for some beers with some classmates again. It was a pretty fun night. Wasn't out too late, which was nice. And then Sunday, we were going to do some Christmas shopping. That ended up not happening. We just watched football, got our groceries. Paige actually, we did not get groceries on Sunday. Paige took a nap in the afternoon. Yeah, that was my Sunday. It was pretty chill, nice recovery day. How was your weekend?
I had a pretty good weekend. Friday, I didn't write down what I did over the weekend this week. Fuck. What did I do Friday? We're going to skip Friday for now. But Saturday, I went out to Brighton, and it was for Sid's dad. He's in a singing group. We saw their performance. It was pretty cool, little Christmas show. Got to watch the end of the Marquette, Wisconsin game there at a bar before. We had some lunch. And then we headed back to Lansing for a friend's birthday / the Michigan game. Got to watch that. And then Sunday, I woke up and I was down bad. I had some sort of bug. I don't know if it was a stomach bug or food poisoning or what, but I pretty much puked in the morning and then just slept all day. I missed the entirety of the Lions game. I missed the rankings reveal. Ended up missing work on Monday, so that sucked. Missed the Packers' big win. Like, I missed it all. I didn't watch any football on Sunday, really. I was just sleeping. So
yeah, I thought you were dead.
We're feeling a lot better, though. Yeah, I sent like no text in the group chat. It was a bad day, but I'm better now. We're recording. I am not missing an episode for once. Good Lord, what did I do on Friday, dude? I'm gonna go back and look. I'm gonna figure this shit out. But let's get moving we'll jump back to Friday eventually. No, we're not, actually. Shit. Fill in the blanks while I figure something out. Here we go. I'm back to my text on Friday. Fill in the blanks here.
Okay.
Oh, I remember Friday. I remember Friday. Sid came over. We were going to go to this cool bar near here, but it turns out it was going to be too late, so we watched the Western Michigan volleyball game. They're currently doing their championship tournament, I guess you could call it. We watched them. They played Louisville. They unfortunately lost. Put my tree up and then hung out is what we did Friday night. I think I went to bed kind of early Friday night, actually. So, yeah, that's Friday. I really need to just write down what the fuck I do so I can remember, right?
Yeah.
This is an every week thing where I'm like, what did I do Friday? Locks and long shots. Horrible week last week. 51-50-1 now on the locks. I believe I used to be like 10 games above 500. Now we're 1 game above 500. Unfortunate. Last week, this is unfortunate because I put a lot of thought into my picks last week too. Oklahoma State plus 14.5, that was a loss. Ollie Gordon over 103 rushing, loss. Iowa, Michigan over, that was a loss. Cowboys minus 8.5, that lost as well. 0-4 on the locks last
Straight
week.
reverse sweep.
Yep. Hopefully anybody faded me. I know that I've thought about it lately. I've been pretty bad. I've just been hitting parlays. So I decided that I'm not a lines guy. I've been just horrible betting overs and unders and lines, so I've decided that I'm a player props guy. However, those don't come out in time for our locks and long shots segment, so we're trying something new. Jets team total under 14.5 this weekend. They're going up against the Texans. It came out. They cut Tim Boyle. And then there was a report that Zach Wilson didn't want the starting job because he didn't believe in the vision or whatever the fuck he ended up saying. Then Robert Saleh was like, oh, that's not true. The Jets are a dumpster fire. Under 14.5 here. I'll give them 2 touchdowns. I don't care. The Texans are going to control the ball. They're going to win this game. I don't think the Jets could put up more than 14. So, long shots. Oh, yeah. Back down to 1, by the way. I went way too crazy last week with 4 locks. You can never hit 4 locks. So, long shots, though. Still open. Michigan to win the ship. I brought it up last week at plus 260. It's now plus 185. They're the favorites with Georgia falling out. We'll talk about that shortly. Last week we had the heart play. It was close. Lions -4. They almost sold that. They ended up covering. But we threw in the Michigan-Iowa over there. Maybe next year I'll learn my lesson and just not bet Iowa altogether or bet Iowa unders. I bet you'd be more profitable. So that parlay loss was plus 260. This week, though, the Titans, I believe they're plus 14.5 versus the Dolphins on Sunday. Is that Sunday night?
Yeah.
I'm bumping that down to 7.5 at plus 155 for my long shot this week. And let me tell you why. The Titans are due for one of those, whoa, where did this come from? And let me tell you, primetime has been weird. The Packers won Sunday night. I'm sure you'd argue that you saw that coming, which you did. You're a Packers fan. But based on stats, the Packers should not have competed in that game. It shouldn't have been a Packers win. Thursday night, you had the Seahawks cover the spread against a great Cowboys team. The Seahawks looked amazing on offense. And then Monday night, Jake Browning, the backup out of Washington, the Husky, winning the game, covering the 10-point spread, and winning outright. I'm going to go with this trend. And the Dolphins have looked too good for too long. They're 14-point favorites. I think the Titans keep it close. They'll lose by 7. We're going to hit that, plus 155. And my long shot kind of counteracts the points that I just made. However, there's a lot of games for him to do this as well. The MVP conversation right now is downright stupid. There hasn't been one guy that's been like, wow, MVP. Yup. Jalen Hurts looked bad last week. Brock Purdy is currently the favorite at plus 300. I'm a certified Brock Purdy hater. He does not deserve the MVP. This guy throws slants and his playmakers make plays. Look at last week. Debo, 3 touchdowns. What was his yards after catch last week? I'm sure it was outrageous.
I know he saw 1 air yard.
No way.
Yes. I heard that on my fantasy football podcast today.
Stupid, dude. He doesn't deserve it.
4 targets.
Don't give Brock Purdy the MVP. We're giving it to Tyreek Hill. He's going to break the wide receiver record for yards in a season. He is the reason the Dolphins' offense is the way it is. Look at Jalen Waddle. He's not contributing as much as he did last year. Tyreek Hill is stupid after the catch. He's always open. If they weren't blowing teams out, I think he would already have the receiving record. And at plus 1,600, this is worth a sprinkle. Franke just saw. I'm backing this up with my money. I sprinkled on it. Tyreek Hill, MVP. I think the media is starting to come around on it and say, wow, this is one of the greatest receiving seasons of all time. And I don't see why he shouldn't win it. There's nobody else that's like, wow. Like, Brock Purdy isn't going out there making crazy, stupid throws. It's his playmakers that are. The only argument I will accept is that if Lamar Jackson pops off at the end of the season, maybe. Or if the Lions win out and Goff throws for 400 yards a game, maybe.
No.
But it's going to take something outrageous for me to change my mind on Hill deserving this award. We're going to sprinkle plus 1,600. We'll track that the rest of the season as well. I'll update the odds. I think they're going to drop. Get in now, plus 1,600.
Is it my turn?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Your locks and long shots.
All right. So while Jake is getting cold, I am heating up. Not so much on the locks, but definitely on the long shots. I shouldn't say that. Locks have been better as of recent.
Yep.
Last week, I did have a tough break. I went 1-2. Probably should have been 2-1. I had Packers plus 6.5. That was a dub. They won outright. I had Washington, Oregon over 66.5. That was a loss. They finished at 65 points. Brutal loss there. That just game slowed down. Sad to see that one go. Then we had Seahawks Cowboys under 46.5. That one did not stand a chance. So we'll take the L on the chest
Almost
there.
at halftime.
Yes. Yep. 34, 62, and 1 on the locks. This week I am going Packers minus 6.5 against the Giants on Monday Night Football.
Trap.
Not a trap. Not a trap at
weird.
all. Packers have looked fantastic. Jordan Love is him. Giants are not it. So then I'm also going to take the Giants team total under 14.5. Packers held the Chiefs to, 17 points? And I think the Giants are...
19.
19 points. I think the Giants are far more than 5 points worse than the Chiefs, even at home. So, yeah, Giants, you're not getting more than 14. I could see him getting maybe 6 on 2 field goals, but that's about it. Long shots, 18 and 70. Brutal. Brutal. Things are turning around, though. Still open. Packers to win the North. Slowly creeping back in there. I don't know. Bijan Rookie of the Year.
Not mathematically a loss yet.
Exactly. Bijan Rookie of the Year, not great. Tennessee to win the SEC in basketball. Couldn't tell you. I think it's doing okay yet, other than the 2 losses last week.
I think we should do a weekly update on that.
Yeah, we should probably take a look at it. But
I'll load it up while you talk about what else you got.
Okay. Last week, I had the Bucks Rams Falcons parlay. That was the gross parlay. Couldn't have even told you that I had it. I kind of forgot about it. It was a say it and forget it kind of thing. But it hit. All 3 teams won. We'll take the win there. Then I had Packers money line. That hit as well. It was a great Sunday. So this week, we're going Eagles money line. I don't think the Cowboys have played a real team yet. And actually, when they did a couple weeks ago, they struggled. Actually, that was this week, not a couple weeks ago. Played the Seahawks. Somewhat kind of for real team. They're in the hunt. They struggled. Eagles, far better team. I think the Eagles might put up a fight, get a chance to win here. And then I'm going to go the unders parlay. We're going to take the grossest of the gross games and just parlay all the unders. Thursday night, what is it? Patriots, Steelers, under 30.5. Disgusting. And then Monday night games. Titans versus the Dolphins. We're going under. And Packers, Giants, we're going under as well. Parlay all of them. I didn't look to see what the odds are, but I would assume it's probably in the plus 300 range, plus 400 range, somewhere like that. So that's what I'm rolling with.
Your Tennessee update is they lost. They had 1 game since we last talked. They played North Carolina, who's a good team. They're 4-3 currently, 3rd from last in the SEC. Haven't started any conference play yet.
They got a loaded non-conference schedule.
Yeah, they had a pretty gauntlet of a schedule. Their last 3 games are North Carolina, Kansas, and Purdue. However, in December, they've got George Mason tonight. Then they've got Illinois on Saturday. But then they've got Georgia Southern, NC State, and Tarleton State. So you're all right. Long season.
Yep.
What was I going to say? I had something to say as well, and I got sidetracked. Don't remember. But let's roll on. Your last college football update for a minute, barring any crazy bowl games. Michigan rolled Iowa. This game was a stupid – I don't want to say a letdown because it's kind of what I expected. I was all over Iowa unders. Unfortunately, I parlayed them with Michigan first half spread, which was dumb. That didn't hit. Michigan wins 26-0. They cover the spread. The game total goes under. It's back-to-back-to-back for Michigan now. I just want to bring up quickly, the only thing about this game is College Game Day, the majority of them picked Iowa. Was this some sort of gimmick that I just missed, or what? What the fuck was that?
I honestly don't know. I saw that too, and I was a little bit confused.
It was Pat Lee and Theo Vaughn. I have no problem with his pick. He's a hilarious comedian. Probably just did it for the good of the cause. But Pat taking Iowa, and then Lee. I mean, he belongs in a home. But what the fuck? That shit pissed me off. I got a question for you.
Okay.
How much better do you think Bama's defense is than Iowa?
Better than Iowa?
You don't think it's better?
I don't know. I think Iowa's defense is pretty good.
That's the problem that I'm running into now. So obviously, let's jump to that now. The rankings came out, so quickly we'll go through them all. But Georgia lost to Bama, big win for Bama there. Texas rolled against Oklahoma State. Florida State won against Louisville, and Washington beat Oregon. So it was almost the chaos scenario we wanted. The only thing that would have made it better was Louisville losing. But honestly, I think we got the best case scenario for the playoff. It's Michigan at 1, Washington 2, Texas 3, and Bama 4. Great colors. Probably the best playoff we've had in years in terms of the teams. It's the only repeater is Bama, obviously, but they weren't in it last year. Yeah, it's great, and I think it's going to be fun. So, obviously, Michigan's playing Bama, and then Texas and Washington are going to play. Texas and Washington's going to be an awesome game. That's going to be high scoring as fuck. And then Michigan and Bama is going to be a defensive battle.
I don't think so.
But how was I? I was thinking about it. And so, first of all, Florida State absolutely snubbed the first Power 5 school to go undefeated and not make it. Did you see the video of the team's reaction finding out?
I didn't see theirs, no.
It was dirty, man. The players obviously pissed, heartbroken, and then the coach had to jump up.
Oh, wait,
like, hey,
yeah, I did.
It's okay, blah, blah, blah. Like, you shouldn't be able to record in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they were recording to get the yeah, but
yeah,
they didn't get it. So we bet Florida State to miss, so obviously we were happy. Sharp action there, plus 115.
Yep.
But, yeah, so I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, Bama, like, they got a good defense, but Iowa's defense is really fucking good. Mm-hmm. Like, it's Big Ten football. Like, they slowed Michigan down. They held Penn State to 31. They held Michigan to 26 in a championship game. Like, it's a good defense, and I think it's comparable to Bama. I think Bama's is better. But, like, I'm hopeful. Did you see the video of Michigan reacting to playing Bama?
I did. Bad look.
Bad look. Horrible look. Like, we looked scared. And I don't know why we're scared. Like, we've played some good defense. Ohio State has good defense. Penn State has good defense.
I almost wonder.
Iowa, good defense.
I almost wonder if part of the reaction was more just, like, shock that Bama made it in over Florida State.
I think it could be. But honestly, like, let's be real. The committee got it right. Bama deserves to be there. Florida State played nobody. Their quarterback went down. Like, it's – who do you think the 4 best teams in college football are? And I would argue it's those 4. You know?
I mean, if you want to take out, like, who played who and records and everything, I would say Georgia belongs in there over Bama. But
I'd argue no, because Georgia's biggest game, they lost to Bama. Bama had a harder schedule. See, but you just said we're taking out schedule. But
yeah,
I think a big piece of that is that Bama had to play Texas. It was close. They lost. Texas is a way better, best opponent than Georgia's, what was it, Ole Miss after Bama?
Yeah.
So I think the committee got it right. But, yeah, it's not a good scene to have my team going, oh, no, Bama. But I think you're right. It could have been shock. Like, how the fuck did these guys squeeze in again? Who did Saban suck off to get in there? But I'm excited because – go ahead.
The thing that I want to argue a little bit here is, like, I'm not saying that Florida State necessarily deserves to be in. But if you, like, I think part of the reason Bama got in is because there's a bias that the SEC is better than the ACC, correct?
Absolutely.
So if you look at Florida State's out-of-conference games, they played LSU, yep. SEC team, rolled them.
And a bad Florida team.
They played, okay, yes, but they played a Florida team.
They didn't roll LSU, by the way. That game was close.
It was 45-24.
Was it really?
Yes.
Oh.
When LSU is number 5 in the country.
Yeah, they fell off hard, huh?
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, you can say that the SEC is better than the ACC, but when the ACC team is then going out of its way to schedule SEC teams for its non-conference and beating them, I don't know. Like,
if Florida State had Jordan Travis and he didn't snap his leg, they're in 1,000,000%, and nobody's bitching.
I agree.
Nobody. It's the fact that their backup is hurt, and their starter's hurt, and the backup got hurt. They're down to their 3rd string. So I think the committee was probably praying for after Bama won. They were probably praying for Florida State to lose, and Louisville just looked like shit.
Yeah,
but
Florida State's defense has been phenomenal.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is for the committee. They got it right. It's going to bring them the best ratings. It's going to be the most enjoyable viewing experience for us. As a Michigan fan, I obviously wish we would have played a backup quarterback, but I love it now. I'm excited because if we beat Bama and then we go on and win the ship, there is no argument anyone can make that we don't deserve this championship. We beat a fucking giant in Alabama, and then either Washington or Texas, Michigan deserves it. So that's why I'm excited, is that we are set up perfect to silence the rumors. Not the rumors, silence the haters.
Do you feel better or worse that you're playing Bama over Georgia?
Honestly, it was going to be about equal. If it was Georgia, I'd feel the same as I do right now, where it's like, well, good defense, but I'm not afraid of their offense. I'm really not afraid of either offense. I mean, Bama's got Milroe, and I feel like there's evidence out there on how to stop him. I think the biggest thing is going to be controlling his legs. Don't let that guy get running around. But I'm not afraid of his arm. Mm-hmm. And honestly, if Auburn played that last play right, we're not even like worried about Bama because they're not in it. The fact that they won that game, 4th and goal from the 30, is stupid. Michigan, for the next 3 weeks, needs to watch tape from that Bama-Auburn game and just replicate it, and we will roll.
You know,
I want to roll. I want to roll Saban. I want to roll him.
You know what I've started to think about Jalen Milroe?
What's that?
I like middle of the year, I thought he was horrible. I think that he's a bad quarterback. I saw a couple player comps the last few days, and it makes a lot of sense, and I'm kind of getting scared. People are comparing him to Jalen Hurts, and I think that makes a lot of sense.
That's fair.
And I'm afraid that he's just going to be the next best thing coming out of Bama.
The thing about Jalen Hurts in college is that his arm didn't really hurt you. It was always the running.
Mm-hmm.
And the running opened up the pass game. So that's why, like, for Michigan, I could see that comparison. For Michigan, it's going to be, like, I think we need to throw the ball a little bit more because in that Georgia game last time, that's the most comparable game for this one, is the SEC, because that's our last SEC game, right?
Mm-hmm.
We tried to run. It didn't work. Georgia knew. They knew how to stop it. You need to trust JJ and let him sling the rock. Because last year against TCU even, I watched the highlights again today. It popped up on my TikTok. We tried to run, and TCU hopped out to that 21-6 lead. Michigan clawed back when they started ripping the ball. Like, you need to have a healthy mix of run and pass and just torment that defense. And I think they can squeak out of there with a win. I'm so fucking excited. I'm really, really excited. I'm not scared. This is probably the first time I was scared for Ohio State this year because I was like, fuck, if we lose this, I'm going to be heartbroken. No. I got nothing to lose now. We're 2 years in a row of losing in the semifinal. What's a third to me? Nothing. And it's Bama. It can't get worse to losing to TCU, who I shit-talked and said we were going to trounce. No, it's Bama now. We have nothing to lose. Throw your nuts on the table. Jim Harbaugh, nothing to lose. He can go to the NFL or he can stay and rebuild with all these transfers that could come in. We're going to get some SEC guys. We have nothing to lose. Go out there, ball the fuck out, get me in the national championship. I'm taking Tuesday off, and I'm watching this fucking game. I'm so fucking excited. I can't wait. And guess what? It can't ruin my New Year's this year. Did you know both games are on New Year's Day?
Really?
Yeah, I looked today because I was like, fuck, are we the early game or the late game? Because I was like, if it's the late game, the ball might drop, and I'm going to be fucking depressed. But guess what? It's on New Year's Day. I'm fucking juiced.
I think Wisconsin plays on New Year's Day, too.
That might be a day. I'm going to watch my drink on New Year's Eve because I need to be fully good on New Year's Day. That's going to be a big day. Big day. Lots of football, big games.
Oh, yeah.
Did we miss anything? Oh, Washington beat Oregon again. I'm pissed. I was on the wrong side of that one. I had the over and Oregon. Oregon just didn't look good, man. Washington's defense, I got to give them credit. I have shit-talked their defense all year, and honestly, it's just gotten better and better and better. And I think it's suiting up for Texas' defense look good, too. So you got two good offenses with two good defenses. That's going to be a fun game.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The thing is, go ahead.
Oh.
You want me to go? You want to go?
You go.
Me go?
You go.
I'll go. I think whoever wins out of Michigan, Bama, they're winning the title.
I would agree.
Yep. I think it's going to be fun no matter what. If we get Bama, Texas, or Bama, Washington, or Michigan, Washington, Michigan, Texas, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a fucking awesome game either way.
Do you think the committee partially put in Bama because they're rooting for a Bama-Texas rematch?
I think as soon as Bama won, they knew they were putting them in.
Yeah, I think
I
so
don't
too.
think they thought about the rematch, but obviously that's on their minds now. Like, holy shit, the numbers.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll be as hype as it was because I don't think this Texas team is as good as that one was.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I will go back to the Washington-Oregon game. I am a little upset with myself. All day, I basically talked myself right into Washington plus 9.5, and I made the statement last week. I said, I'm a little bit worried. What if Washington just comes out and does exactly what they did to Oregon a month and a half, 2 months ago, whatever it was. And I last second decided, nope, I'm riding Oregon. I dropped like $50 on Oregon, and then I just got railed. After completely talking myself into Washington, should have trusted my gut. Very annoyed.
That's all right. Hey, you get a break on college football for, you got Navy and Army-Navy this weekend. But
oh, yeah. I got to add that to my locks.
What, the under?
The under, yep. Add that one right now.
Didn't it go over last year and I had it?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm not touching that motherfucker. That was a sweat and a half. Anything else? You want to talk transfer portal, it looks like. But, yeah, to wrap up the playoff talk, I think we got the best playoff we could. And, honestly, we should look at our predictions from last week. I forgot we had them.
I pulled it up. I already have it up.
Okay.
So I had Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, Washington. 1, 2, 3, 4. So none in the correct spot. Only 2 teams in. You had Michigan, Georgia, Oregon, Texas.
So I got 2.
Only 1 in the correct spot.
But only 1 in the correct spot. So I did better than you.
You did.
All right. Next week, we will do our predictions for the playoff.
Okay.
Should we? You know what we should do? Next week, super fast, we should predict every bowl game victor and see who does the best on record.
How many is there? There's like 45, right?
I have no idea how many, but I think that would be fun. Just like not even talk about the game, just who you got here, boom, 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 bing, 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 boom.
That's fine.
I
think it'd be fun.
I think that'd be cool to look back and see, wow, I went 14-26. That's terrible. All right, your transfer portal news.
So there's been a ton of transfer portal news. NIL
already.
It's absolutely insane.
Season just ended.
I'm just going to list off a couple of the most notable names. Kyle McCord, Dylan Gabriel, both quarterbacks. Quarterback Kyle McCord out of Ohio State. Dylan Gabriel, quarterback Oklahoma. Dante Moore, quarterback out of UCLA. Cameron Ward.
There's rumors he's going to Michigan.
Oh, interesting. Cameron Ward, quarterback out of Washington State. Will Howard, quarterback out of Kansas State. Why didn't an ad just pop up? Get out of here. Tobias Merriweather, wide receiver out of Notre Dame. Duke's quarterback Riley Leonard. DJ Ugalele, quarterback out of Oregon State again. Grayson McCall, quarterback out of Coastal Carolina. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's actually really good. There's a ton of defensive players, offensive players. Wisconsin just had all 3 of their top 3 wide receivers from 2022 and enter the transfer portal. Jesus, I can't speak. Badgers are going to be down bad. I do have some news that I'm not excited to share. I don't know if you saw this. There are 2 quarterbacks rumored to potentially be looking at Wisconsin to be transferring to. One is Kyle McCord, and the other is Cameron Ward, who beat us for Washington State.
Honestly, for you, I feel like you would want to have Ward. He's more of a dog. I shit talk.
Yeah, but we're so loaded in the quarterback room.
Yeah, I know, but did it work out? No, none of them were very good this year. They all got a shot.
No, 2 got a shot.
Okay, there you go. Reload. Dude, Cam Ward is so much fun.
The best quarterback we have on our roster is the freshman who got redshirted this year, who was a transfer from Oklahoma as a 5-star recruit.
Exactly. You redshirt him again, and you give this Cam Ward guy a shot and get him to the fucking league. The old Russell Wilson treatment.
Honestly,
remember that guy?
Honestly,
he was pretty good.
Who's the Ole Miss quarterback too? He's a grad transfer, but he's pretty good too. He entered the transfer portal. If there were any
quarterbacks, remember Shea Patterson? He was an Ole Miss grad transfer.
If there was any quarterback I wanted to transfer into Wisconsin, I think it would be Will Howard out of Kansas State.
Where's he out of? Oh, yeah.
He's
good.
He is really good.
I don't know if you're racist or what. Why would you not want Cam Ward? Dude's awesome.
Because I think we're looking for a more pocket passer in this air raid situation that we run, or that we're trying to run at least.
Yeah, but pocket passer don't work no more, man. Look at the good teams right now. Look at the top 4 right now. Milroe can run. Jaden McCarthy can run. Penix, he can run. And Ewers, he can run. If you want to be the top 4, yeah. Top
I'm not
12,
saying Will Howard can't
you
run.
need Cam Ward.
He can run, but he's also got a rocket of an arm and he's throwing for like 300 yards a game.
You know, I think what we can agree on to push this past us is that you don't want McCord.
No, absolutely not.
Dude, he is the definition of born on third base. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit worried
for
Wisconsin.
If you get McCord, I'm sorry, but I will not be able to ride any sort of Wisconsin team total over. I'll be betting against them probably every game, or at least rooting against them every game. I don't like that motherfucker.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't like him. You know something else I thought about is this Ohio State's got 11 guys in the transfer portal already, right? And they have a good bowl game. What are they, in the Orange Bowl?
Yeah.
They're in a decent bowl game, right? A bunch of Michigan folks on Twitter are like, oh, go get this guy. He's sweet. Oh, go get this guy. He's sweet. From Ohio State. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, we don't want any of these guys. We just beat the fuck out of them. We don't need them. Fuck off. I don't want them. I don't want to see them. So that's my portal news. The fact that I saw, first of all, every Pac-12 team is having a fuckload transfer. Not every. The Washington State and Oregon State just unloading their transfers.
I mean, it makes sense.
One you didn't mention.
No idea what's going to happen with that conference.
Yeah, you don't even know if you're going to be on TV. There's going to be a conference. They got the rights, but it's like, am I going to be on TV? Probably not. The backup for Oregon State, what the hell is his name? He was a high product. I forget his name. Fuck.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Just the backup. He was rumored. I saw him and Oyungalele going to MSU following the coach, which, with the 12-team playoff, I think it's going to be sweet. We're going to see a lot of new teams in there. And hopefully some upsets. It's going to be pretty sweet. And I think Wisconsin needs to realize, hey, in 2 years we could get there. Like you're gonna be able to get in as a 3-loss team with how good the Big Ten's going to be. So I think it'll be pretty sweet.
I was just
any other college football? Oh,
I was just looking to see. I looked up Joe Milton just to make sure that he's a senior and won't ever have to play for Tennessee again. This is wild. The first thing that came up is how Joe Milton will statistically go down as one of the best to ever play for the Vols. That's false, first off.
That's insane.
Guess who Tennessee plays in their bowl game? I'm excited for this.
Don't tell me it's Wisconsin.
No, Wisconsin plays LSU. I think we're going to get stomped, honestly. But Tennessee versus Iowa in the Citrus Bowl.
Oh. That's going to be crazy gross.
Yeah. But it's going to be fun.
Honestly, Tennessee, I don't know how you can say Joe Milton will go down as the best, one of the best.
Dude, Alvin Kamara.
You got Peyton Manning, Hendon Hooker.
Alvin Kamara.
Oh, was it just Tennessee Volunteer? It wasn't even quarterback?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. That's crazy. Hendon Hooker, Kamara, Peyton fucking Manning.
Yeah.
Who was the writer? Jalen Hyatt last year? He was pretty fucking good. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Tennessee's schedule, by the way, I just ran through it. So they were ranked as high as 9. Then they lost to Florida. Then they lost to Bama later on. That was a close game. Lost to Missouri. Missouri had a sneaky good year. Lost to Georgia. 8-4 with a pretty loaded fucking schedule.
Yeah.
So watch out. Tennessee might be sneaky next year.
Let's not forget Josh Dobbs is also from Tennessee.
He was nice in college, too, actually. He was not bad. All right, NFL?
I think so.
All right, let's start with my Lions. This will be quick. I did not watch much of this game. From what I've heard after talking at work today, though, the defense is still a problem. We want to keep every team in the game. Aaron Glenn needs to go. No pass rush. But the offense looked all right. So that's what I got from work today. Obviously, I woke up right before half. I think it was 21-3 because I was able to wake up before the game, put the game on, so that way anytime I woke up I could get a score. It was 21-3 at half. I'm like, fucking sweet. We're rolling. Go to sleep. Wake back up. All of a sudden, I believe we were up 7.
Yeah.
And then we scored. Or no, we were up 6. And we scored to make it 13. Or to make it 12. They went for 2, didn't get it. So I stayed awake, watched the rest of the game. Man, I did not like that we almost blew that game to Jameis Winston.
I must admit, I live bet Saints money line.
That's fine. I did the same deal with Marquette.
Yep.
Not a bad spot with the way our defense looked. I think any unbiased person would. But, hey, we pulled out the win. We're 9-3. I'm not going to apologize for it. We got the Bears this week. Things are looking up. The offense, I think we're just going to be a team that has to outscore the other team. Like, our defense is a full-on problem. Bruce Irvin got in there, though, made a couple hits. He did get a bad roughing the passer that led to a Saints touchdown. But we just signed. Did you see who he signed today?
I didn't see who it was, no, but I saw he signed somebody.
It was like a 14-year vet. He spent most of his career with Pittsburgh, and he's been out of the league for a year.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is how you want to solve the pass rush, when at the deadline you could have went out and got all these other motherfuckers.
Are you guys going to go get Ndamukong Suh?
Dude, that's what I've seen. We're going to sign Sue. Like, oh, how about a reunion? Like,
I've also seen that he's going to the Eagles. So,
dude, the Eagles are rooming to get everybody. Didn't they just get Shaq Leonard?
Yes.
It's like, are we trying to do the Eagles method, or am I just on the wrong accounts that are going to tweet we're going to get everybody? Like, it all goes back to Brad Holmes saying, like, we're not going to sell out on the future to win now. And it's like, dude, a Super Bowl would mean everything to this fucking city. It would put away years of torture. Why do you want to just be a team that's going to be good every year? I want to be a team that's going to – I would sell my soul for one Super Bowl and then 50 years of pain, because I would remember that one.
A Super Bowl is pretty great.
But I know. You know about it. But I just – they won. I'm not going to say – that's the problem too, is like, as Lions fans, we find a way to bitch about everything. And I think we need to just relax and say, hey, we won the game. You know, we won. But we got the Bears and then the Broncos next week. I don't know if I talked about this on the pod yet or to you at all, but I'm going to see MSU and Baylor at the Little Caesars Arena on December 16th. That game was supposed to be at 9, and then the Lions-Broncos game got flexed to Saturday night at 8:15 in Detroit. Mm-hmm. So I was starting to panic a little bit. I was like, this is going to be a bitch to park and then get to the arena and then get out, because they're going to end around the same time. Mm-hmm. But luckily, the basketball game got moved to 2. So now I'm thinking, what if I go to the basketball game and then go to the Lions game? Wouldn't that be pretty sweet?
That would be pretty sweet.
So I'm looking into that. That might be fun. So, yeah, Lions win. Good day. Not good for my health, but, hey, I got to see a couple plays. Your Packers, before I let you go here, they looked good. I watched the highlights after. Jordan Love, he's a guy. He's definitely a guy. It's not fair that you guys get Jordan Love after having Brett Favre for so many years and then Aaron Rodgers. Luckily, we did split with you this year, so you can't say that he owns the Lions yet. We beat you at home. You beat us at home, so we're in a dead split there. But, yeah, it's not fucking fair. You need to go through the pain of we can't find our guy for at least 2 years. And it's fucked up that you got Jordan Love. But
go ahead.
Hang on. I'm going to let you go. Hang on. I'm going to let you go. But I think that he's beatable, but he's going to be really good. And it's like, you can't sleep on the Packers anymore, and your fucking defense is stepping up. You held the Chiefs to 19 fucking points. There was pass interference on that last play on MVS that wasn't called. I did see that. But Packers got screwed on a couple as well. So it goes both ways. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll start off with the ref thing. I'm not going to complain about it because, like you said, there was a very clear missed pass interference. I agree that should have been called. The refs were good for about 58 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes they just decided to keep all calls in their pockets. The forward progress with MVS, that should have been called. The pass interference with MVS, that should have been called. There was the late hit on Mahomes. That was ridiculous. Mahomes was still in bounds. A dumb play. Regardless, Packers looked fantastic. The defense is just a bunch of guys coming together at this point, and I'm pretty sure I've said this every week for the last couple of weeks, didn't see that happening with our defense. We traded away I can't even remember his name, traded him to the Bills and thought our corners and safeties were just kind of going to float around out there where pass defense was going to be horrible. The pass defense has been really good. The rush defense is a little bit worrisome, but I don't think we're really shooting for a Super Bowl this year. So I'm not like hurt about it. Looking at the offense, I mean, Love has looked phenomenal. That fourth down back foot throw from Love to Dobbs was literally Aaron Rodgers-esque. I don't know if you know what play I'm talking about.
No, I don't know.
There was a fourth down.
Nope.
What?
Are we thinking of the same play?
The fourth down back foot. No, that's not what I was going to say. I knew where you were going. No, I won't do that to you.
Go ahead then. Okay, I appreciate it. My team won.
Yeah. It was the anniversary last week, though. Anyways.
Shut the fuck up.
No, there was just, like, you know how Rodgers used to do, like, the back foot little loft throws? Not, like, 60, 70-yarders downfield for a game winner, but...
Shut the fuck up!
No, Love hit one of those to Dobbs for, like, 33 yards, I think it was. It was just absolute dime in between three defenders. Watson looked good. I mean, 9 targets, 7 receptions. He's finally starting to turn the corner this year. He's looking good. Dontavian Wicks, I don't know why I don't like this guy. I never really have. I don't have a reason to like him. I don't really...
He had a big game.
Yeah, I mean, he's looked good the last 3-4 games. Tucker Kraft has stepped up in the absence of Musgrave. So now we have 2 tight ends who look decent. A.J. Dillon looked good. Yeah, Sims. First touchdown. 1 reception, 1 yard. 1 touchdown.
What a line.
Yeah. A.J. Dillon looked good. James Robinson finally got in the game, but he didn't do anything. We just signed Kenyon Drake, apparently. Kenyon Drake tweeted something about he's joining us. I don't know. The pieces are coming together. The schedule's light. I'm really excited for what this potential 6-7 seed could be in the playoffs with the first year of Jordan Love. It is exciting. I will say, Isaiah Pacheco, you're a bitch for throwing a punch. Keyshawn Nixon, you're a dog for not throwing back a punch. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, I forgot to look into that. Did Pacheco get ejected?
Yeah.
Then nobody else did? Okay. I saw the punch, but I didn't see the aftermath. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
But, another big fucking win. I want to bring up the fact that Jordan Love throws some risky fucking passes, and I'm no longer preying on the Packers' downfall because we don't have to play him anymore this year. Hopefully, we might see him in the playoffs, I guess. But there's a lot of those tight window throws and like the deep shots where it's like this dude is going to get picked off eventually, and it's not going to be 1 in a game. He's going to have like 3 or 4, and it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's going to be one game that's just going to be like, damn.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though? Like he throws so many tight window balls and so many risky throws that eventually one of these teams is going to be like, hey, let's find a way to disguise our coverage and like jump in there and pick that off, and it's gonna be bad. And you know,
the thing that was nice,
it could be against the Giants.
No. The thing that was nice to see was, you know, a lot of people over the last couple of weeks. I'm not like trying to pick anyone out here or like any fan bases or anything, but just like going on Twitter and stuff. Like a lot of people are like, Jordan Love isn't that good. Like he's been doing it against bad teams. For him to come out and have a game like this against the defending champions, like a really good team, like the Chiefs' defense has been good, and for him to be as good as he was is kind of like cementing, like, all right, this guy has some real talent. Like, this guy might be the next thing for Green Bay. Like, it is awesome.
Yeah, the Packers are starting to prove that, hey, it can still work to have somebody sit for 3 years and learn from one of the best of all time, and he looks good. I'm not going to sit here and bring up some bullshit. Like, it was bullshit a couple weeks ago when you were sending the, like, one's an MVP candidate and one is blah, blah, blah. Like, that was bullshit then, but he's not an MVP candidate, but he's putting up some stats, and he looks good, and it's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's the NFL, man. Sometimes you hit.
My hot take.
Kind of wild, man. He came out of fucking Utah State.
My hot take is this team is an 11-win team this year.
Is that saying they're going to win out?
Yep. Finish the season on an 8-game win streak.
Hold up. Let me go. I've been pretty unbiased with the Packers lately, you have to admit.
Yeah.
Let me run through the schedule unbiased and give you my honest opinion. So we're 6-6 right now. You've got the Giants, Bucks, Packers, Vikings, Bears.
Panthers, not Packers, but
out.
yes.
Yep, oops. Yeah, you could win out. I just feel like there's one of the I feel like the Bucks game is the game where Jordan Love could have a bad game. You know what I mean?
I would say the
won't be-
Vikings,
the
if
Panthers.
anything. The Vikings defense is pretty good.
Vikings in prime time
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve.
And it's not Kirk in primetime either, so.
You got to hope that the Packers win that game or else you start your year on the wrong foot. Because, by then, I think you go 9-6. And then you could be 10-6 on New Year's Eve, probably solidified in the playoffs. Hopefully the Lions have clinched by then. And then you just have the Bears cakewalk at the end. That could be a bad game and a bad way to start your new year.
What's the line schedule look like? Because I'm sitting.
It's pretty easy.
I'm sitting here 6-6, thinking potential 11-6.
The thing is that I feel like we just got such a big lead because we've got the Bears this week. That should be a win. I can't believe we're only -3.
What's the
I might
tiebreaker
be
for division?
hammer-nuking that. It would be probably head-to-head, which is completely tied because it was away. Then it would be a...
No, I'm just looking at your schedule.
Okay, the Bears we win, that's 10.
Broncos.
But we're going to win one of the Vikings.
Okay, but
And I feel like we beat the Broncos.
if you somehow lose the last 3, Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings, and the Packers win out.
We're not going to lose those last
I'm not saying you do, but I'm saying if you do and the Packers win out, we're at a tied record, tied head-to-head. What's next?
Is it just points for? Which we have you beat.
Yeah, by quite a bit. That would be interesting.
So, what else would it be? So it'd be division record. I think the first tiebreaker would be division record.
Which then you guys would. Well, I guess it would depend.
It could be a tie.
Yeah.
Because we both have 2 division games left. Or no. Yeah. Both have 2 division games left. Wait.
It could get interesting down the line here.
Oh, so we got 1 game up on you in the division game. Yeah, I mean, we can just keep an eye on it as we go. If it's anything like points for, we've got you there. We've got about 70 on you. So, yeah, I mean, fuck. The Lions, though, we have so much to play for still. We're looking at a top 3 seed, possible 1 seed. We need the Eagles to lose one more time. And then the 49ers to lose one more time would be the 1 seed. So, we got a lot to play for still. I'm confident that we can get her done.
I just want to say if the Packers...
Also,
do win out and make the playoffs, that is a team nobody's going to want to play in the playoffs.
Yeah, if we're at home against the Packers, I am going to be pretty confident if that was somehow our matchup because...
Yeah, but a team coming off an 8-game
the guys
win streak...
are fired up. Streaks don't mean shit when you're in the NFL.
They do.
I feel like there is no team... Yeah, to us, as fans, yes. To the players, though, nah. The players don't give a fuck. The Lions are... If they have a home playoff game, that place is going to be fucking rocking. And if it's the Packers, after what you did to us on Thanksgiving, you ruined all those fans' Thanksgivings that are in that stands, it's going to be fucking rocking. Jordan Love isn't going to be able to hear.
That's fine.
If we get a Lions-Packers matchup, we might have to find a way to get together. Maybe we'll meet halfway. What's halfway in between Michigan and Tennessee?
The middle of buttfuck Illinois.
Ohio? Illinois. Meet at some random bar.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, though. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. We definitely will. I did want to mention, I'm not scared of the Cowboys. Their offense is high-powered. I think Lions-Cowboys is going to be a fun game. It's going to be high-scoring as fuck. Did that game get flexed to a night game?
I don't know.
I think it was already supposed to be Saturday.
I have not looked.
I'm trying to look, but my phone won't load.
7:15.
Yeah, it's Saturday night at 8:15. 8:15.
7:15.
All right, Paige's picks. So we start Patriots-Steelers, probably one of the nastier Thursday night games. The primetime games have heated up, though, as of late. We had 3 good primetime games last week, first time all year, I believe. The Patriots, that game, stinker. They lost 6-0. Hopefully y'all took the under 7.5 alternate plus 8,000. That's a real line, by the way. I saw somebody that did take it. plus 8,000. Who
Gross.
the fuck bets that? Patriots are a dumpster fire. They got the 3rd overall pick right now. Or no, I think they bumped up to 2nd overall pick. And then the Steelers lost to the Cardinals at home. I believe Pickett went out in that one. I didn't watch, though, but that's just a gross game. There was 2 delays, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Weather delays?
Yeah, and Pickett is going to be out this week, too. So we have Mitch Trubisky starting this week.
Yeah. Paige's pick.
I just want to preface that I have come up with a game of the week for every game this week. So just to give a heads up. Paige says, Steelers. New England has been dog shit. This is the puke in my mouth game of the week. I say relegate both of these teams, but I'll take the Steelers.
I'm flipping.
Okay.
I'm taking the Pats. Strictly because Mitch Trubisky's really bad. And the Patriots defense, I saw a stat. It was like in the last 4 weeks, there's been 4 teams that have held their opponents to under 50 total points. And it was like the Dolphins, I want to say, like, just good defensive teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers was on there. And then it was the Patriots. So I don't think the Steelers are going to win or score much. I think this is an under game all day, by the way. 30.5. I think it goes way under. But I'm going to take the Pats.
Patriots.
Just to disagree with you guys. And
Patriots are the number
I think
2
they
pick
win.
right now.
Yeah, I think they fuck up their draft, and I think they win. Bucks and Falcons. Yeah, the Bucks played football. They played the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Yep, they won. Nobody watched that. Another one, too. The Falcons. Did you watch that game? No. They beat the Jets 15-8. Paige's pick.
Paige says, Buccaneers. I like the Falcons more, but we're going to give it to the Bucks. Why? No idea. This is my someone has to win the NFC South game of the week. I'm going to take the Bucks.
Someone's got to win it, but nobody fucking wants to.
Literally.
I'm taking the Falcons. The Bucks just haven't looked good. It's
Mike Evans has looked good,
really.
though.
Mike Evans has been good lately. Lions at the Bears. The Lions, we talked about them. They won. The Bears were on a bye. Paige's pick.
Paige says, I don't like the Bears, so the Lions. I think they just need a new logo, and I'd like them better. It's too realistic for a logo. They need a cartoon logo like Yogi the Bear or Pooh Bear or something, which I think Pooh Bear would be a perfect description of the Bears. This is my Who's for Real game of the week. If the Bears win, Bears look like they could potentially be for real. And if the Lions win, then we know the Lions are back. So I'm going to take the Lions.
See, I don't. Even if we win this game, the Lions aren't back because our defense still probably isn't going to look very good. I'm thinking about starting Justin Fields in my fantasy league over Tua in a must-win game, just because I think he torches us every fucking time. But there's a chance that the Lions shut him down. Finally, we get his number. It is on the road, but I'm taking the Lions. Clearly, I'm talking too long here. I'm taking the Lions. Colts and Bengals. The Colts beat the Titans in a good game. That game went to overtime. I didn't get to see any of it. Was that game good at all?
It was back and forth quite a bit. Alec Pierce, of all guys, had like 100 yards for the Colts.
And the Titans' special teams was so bad, they couldn't wait to fire their special teams coordinator.
Yeah,
it was like right after the game.
The Colts blocked back-to-back punts and then injured the Titans punter on the second one. It was a brutal injury, by the way.
The second one was bad. I saw it. He flew in, and he could have fucking caught the ball.
Yeah, no, he basically grabbed it out of the punter's hand.
And then smacked his fucking leg.
Yeah.
And then the Bengals last night, that was a sweet fucking game with the Jags. Jake Browning, I'm not going to go as far to say he's legit, but they're going to compete. They're 6-6 right now. So, Jamar Chase, too. What do you have, 140?
149.
Yeah, wild. Paige's pick.
Paige says, well, the Colts are doing better, but I'm going to give it to the Bengals. Is Joe Burrow still playing? I told her no. She said, no. What happened to Burrow? And I told her that he broke his wrist, had surgery. She said, I'm switching. Give me the Lightning Bolt Colts.
Tommy John.
Not Tommy John, but this is my semi-decent backup game of the week, just because Gardner Minshew versus Jake Browning, both are decent. Not amazing, but they are backups. I'm going to take the Bengals. They talked themselves into me picking them this week after last night's game.
I like your name for this one because it feels like it might be a watchable game.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Colts, though, because I trust Minshew more than Browning. I'm afraid that last night was maybe a one-off for him, and he's going to be, back to Browning from before. But I will say Jamar Chase over, 54.5 last night? That was free as fuck.
It didn't look free in the first half.
No, but then he started the second half with a 76-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
So, before we continue, I saw a graphic today I wanted to squirt out real quick. It's really fast. It was on the QB matchups this week. Let me find it. So, Week 14 potential matchups. Bailey Zappi, Mitch Trubisky. C.J. Stroud, Trevor Siemian. But it turns out it's probably actually going to be Zach Wilson. Bryce Young, Jameis Winston. Baker Mayfield, Desmond Ridder. C.J. Beathard, Joe Flacco. Gardner Minshew, Jake Browning, we just mentioned. Josh Dobbs, Aiden O'Connell.
Fun.
And that's Vikings-Raiders.
Fun.
That probably would have been an okay game earlier. And then Jordan Love, Tommy DeVito. Obviously, Jordan Love doesn't belong. It's more just throwing in Tommy DeVito playing on Monday Night Football for the second time.
Interesting.
Stupid. Just stupid. Jags and Browns, speaking of. The Jags just lost Lawrence, it looks like, for maybe a couple weeks. And the Browns obviously still without. Are they starting DTR still?
I don't know. It sounds like it might be Flacco again this week because he wasn't horrible.
Oh, that's right. I just mentioned it.
Yeah, he threw for 500 air yards last week, which is insane, especially for a guy who's like 40.
40 and straight off the fucking couch.
Yeah. So I think if they want to win, they should probably go with Flacco.
You want to win, put Flacco in.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Paige's pick.
Paige says, the Jaguars. This is my shit in a bucket game. I think this game could be quite disgusting, honestly. I'm going to go with the Jags. I don't really know why.
Yeah, this one was don't put a whole lot of thought in it. And my only thought that I put in was Browns defense is pretty good, right? Yeah. And Beathard he looked good last night. Sorry, let me rephrase. He looked good last night. He marched down the field a couple times. But back to that Browning thing. I think the backup has a bad week this week. And then he had that fumble where he fucked up his wrist a little bit too. So watch out for that this week. If they get down to a third string, I don't even know who the third string is. Hopefully it's not fucking... Oh, wait, that was the Bengals. I forgot to bring that up. The fucking Tyler Boyd pick.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I saw who... I'm looking at the Jags
the
depth chart. They currently don't have a third string. I know they were talking to somebody. I don't remember who it was. I don't know. Anyways.
I wish all these injuries happened at the trade deadline. Imagine the backups getting traded. The Lions could have cleaned up with Bridgewater.
That would have been funny.
Panthers Saints, another fucking gross one. The Panthers lost to the Bucs. We already talked about that, and then the Saints lost to the Lions. We already talked about that. Paige's pick.
Paige says, "Why do they look like this?" She was looking at the standings, and it said the Panthers E dash dash. And I said, "Well, that's because they're eliminated from the playoffs already." And she said, "They're really bad. Shout out to the Cardinals. They're third from last." Anyways, Saints. This is my Jameis game. I think Jameis might have a really good game. He finally gets like a full week to prepare before getting a start. I'm sure they're probably going to use Taysom too. But there's nothing better than getting a full just fuck it and chuck it game from Jameis, and I think that's what we might get here. So I'm going to take the Saints.
Honestly, for the Saints, starting Jameis should have come a little while ago because he's got a better chance than Carr for your playmakers, I feel like.
That's the thing.
And I've got Chris Olave in fantasy and really need to win this week, so I'm kind of glad it's a Jameis game because I think Olave could pop. He could pop against this Panthers defense.
I agree.
The problem is they need to figure out, hey, when we put Taysom in and it's first and goal, that should be Taysom Hill's drive the rest of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking Jameis up by taking him out of the game for a 2-yard run by Taysom Hill. Then you yank Taysom. Now James has to go in. It fucked them up in the Lions game. You could see
the thing is, if you're going to bring in Taysom, you should not just run it every time you bring in Taysom.
No, let him throw the ball, man. He's got an okay arm.
Because now it's to the point where, Taysom comes in and you're like, well, Taysom's going to run.
Load up the box, yeah.
It's pretty much pointless.
I'm still taking the Saints, but I just had to get that out.
Yeah, I do agree, though, that I think Jameis is better for the playmakers because he just launches it. It opens up the field for the long game, and then that also opens up the game for the running game. and Kamara can just eat all over that.
Yeah, people forget he can see now. He got LASIK eye surgery.
Yep.
Texans, Jets, we've talked enough about the Jets. I'm not saying a word about those motherfuckers. The Texans, unfortunately, Tank Dell, probably done for the year. No, definitely done for the year.
Yes.
Shitty injury there.
Very sad.
But
stupid play.
yeah, I didn't see it. Do you want to talk about what it was? I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, they had I don't even remember what down it was, but it was a goal line play, like the 2-yard line, running up the gut with Dameon Pierce, and they decided to have Tank Dell, who's like 5'8", 165 pounds, blocking on the line, and he got rolled up on and snapped his leg. So
that is stupid. I think the Texans can still compete, though. They got C.J. Stroud could throw to anybody. It just sucks that he won't take Dell, but he's still got Nico Collins, Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz. Well, Dalton Schultz went down too, didn't he?
I don't know.
Or was he just out before the game? The guy I was playing last week had Schultz, and he had a big red O by his name. But
I don't know.
Don't know if he's out long term or if it was a 1-week thing. But Paige's pick.
Paige says, Texans. We all know the reasons I don't like the Jets. This is my who is the Jets quarterback game, because when I was doing this, I didn't know who would be the Jets quarterback. Sounds like, well, we still don't necessarily know.
No, we won't know till game time.
So I'm going to take the Texans.
I've got the Texans as well. They're still fighting for the playoffs. Jets have nothing to fucking play for. They're better off losing. Rams at the Ravens. The Rams won again. Who'd they beat?
No, the Rams lost. Oh, no, they did. They beat the Browns.
No, they won. The Browns, that's right. And then the Ravens didn't play. They're on a bye, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Paige's pick.
Paige says, Rams aren't sucking, but they're not doing great, so I'll take the Ravens. I don't really like ravens as a bird, which I don't know if anybody really does, but this is my Ravens prove it game. Coming off the bye, I think that they need a big win to just kind of seal it. Like, this team is for real Super Bowl contender. So I'm taking the Ravens.
Ravens as well. The Rams need wins too, though. They're still in the wild card, but I think this game will be funner than people think. I think the Rams cover, but the Ravens end up winning. Vikings, Raiders. Vikings were on a bye, and the Raiders were on a bye. Look at that. Double buys.
Beauty.
Paige's pick.
Paige says, fuck the Raiders, bitches. She's taking the Vikings. This is the Battle of Mid. I'm taking the Vikings.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking the Raiders off the bye. The Vikings, Josh Dobbs falling off, unfortunately. I think this is a big game for Devontae, only because I have him in fantasy, and I got to win to make the playoffs, baby. Let's go. Give me the Raiders.
See, I need a big game
Seahawks,
from
Niners.
Justin Jefferson, and I've been saying that he's going to be back for like the last 3 weeks.
You're winning, you're in, though. You're in a better spot than I am.
Yeah, but I need some
to win
points.
and have a loss.
I need a blowout this week.
Not that many, though. You got more points than me.
No, I just want a blowout this week.
Oh, okay. Seahawks, Niners. Seahawks, we already talked about the Cowboys. Fun game there. The Niners blew out the Eagles. This game was surprising. I thought this was going to be a very good, close, hard-fought game. Nah, the fucking 49ers ran away with it. And Deebo Samuel, back up your shit talk, man. 3 touchdowns. He said if Brock played, they would have beat him in the championship last year. Everybody's like, oh, fuck you, you lost, blah, blah, blah. He's like, nah, if we had our guy, we would have won. Guess what? They went on the road and blew him out. Fuck.
Paige says, Seahawks have been good, right? That's the other Kelsey, right? Wait, no, that's the Eagles. Basically the same damn thing. Ew, Seahawks. Really? I'll take the 49ers. Then we proceeded to have a long argument about what color the Eagles jerseys were.
That was hilarious.
They're green. But anyways.
Yep, it's great.
This is my trap line game of the week. It's an NFC matchup, or an NFC West matchup. So I don't really know which way the circle goes anymore. I kind of lost track after 2 weeks. 10.5 is a lot of points. Seahawks look good, but so do the Niners. I don't know. I'm going to take the Niners, but I don't know.
I'm going to take the Niners with a Seahawks cover and an under. I like that.
And an under?
I think if the Seahawks want to do... Yes. Here's what the Seahawks did well in the Cowboys game is they controlled the clock with Charbonnet. Now, if Walker's back, they can do the same thing. You need to just slow down the Niners. They got too many playmakers. They can slow them down by controlling the clock. When you get the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, short pass, and it works out. Now, there was a couple big plays to DK as well, but Niners win, Seahawks cover. Maybe an under. Thinking about it a little bit more, maybe not. Not taking the over, though. Bills and Chiefs. Bills bye?
Yeah.
And the Chiefs lost to the Pack. Paige's pick.
Paige says, we'll go with the Chiefs. This is my who can last longer game. 13 seconds. That's all you need. I'll take the Chiefs.
I thought about this one for a while. It was the only game this week that I skipped when filling it out. I think the Chiefs are not as good as people think. I think Kelsey is regressing. He looks slower. He's distracted with his new uber popular girlfriend. Bills need a fucking win. They're going to get one this week at the Chiefs. Bills spread. Take the over. Take the Bills money line. You're welcome. I just cashed you out.
I'm hoping for another
Broncos-Chargers
rematch of that 13-second game.
That would be fucking awesome. And actually let Josh Allen get the ball this time.
Yeah.
Broncos-Chargers. Broncos fell to the Texans, unfortunately, ending their win streak. Chargers won that nasty game over in fucking Foxborough.
Yep.
Paige's pick.
Paige is taking the Chargers. This is my which team is more fraudulent game. And I'm going to take the Chargers because I am on the Broncos being frauds train. So,
You think the Broncos are bigger frauds than the Chargers?
yes.
See, I don't think the Chargers are frauds. I think they're just not very good.
Could be.
I don't think the Broncos are frauds, though. But I don't think they're good either. I think they're kind of just in that mid category. You know, you got to have them. Chargers are kind of right there, too. I'm taking the Chargers, though. The Broncos fucked me last week. I'm hopping off that train. And I feel like the Chargers saved all their offense for this week because they've been putting up some offensive numbers. They just haven't been winning.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have any offense last week, so saved it up for this week against the Broncos. Indoors, at home. They don't like that cold weather shit. Eagles, Cowboys. I want to be a Cowboy, baby. We talked about both. Paige's pick.
Paige is taking the Cowboys. This is my shootout of the week. Taking the Eagles.
I'm on the Cowboys here. I don't know.
I'm taking the Eagles
why
because
they're
they're my long shot of the week.
I really don't get why the Cowboys are favorited. I get they're at home. Their offenses look great. But they still haven't beat a lot of teams, and these bad teams are competing with them. So I'm still on the Cowboys, though. I like to disagree with you. Didn't work out last week, but we'll see how it goes this week. Titans, Dolphins, Sunday, Monday night.
Yeah, the first of 2 Monday night games.
I forgot. We didn't even recap these. Dolphins blew out the Commanders, and the Titans lost to the Colts. Go ahead.
Yes. Paige is taking the Dolphins. This is my shouldn't be a primetime game. I'm taking the Dolphins.
I would argue. Oh, never mind. Just saw your point for the next one. I'm on the Dolphins, too. Our second primetime game is Packers-Giants. We've talked about both. Giants didn't play last week, so we've talked about both. Paige's pick.
Paige is taking the Packers. This is my shouldn't be a primetime game 2 of the week. Both Monday night games are gross. This is also my Packers blow out a team game of the year. So I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, I was going to say when we were just talking about Titans offense, I was going to say, well, there shouldn't be 2 primetime games this week.
Yep.
But noticed you had it there. I'm on the Packers, too. I'm done fading them. Hasn't worked out for me the last 2 weeks, so I'm going to take them here. So last week the records were Austin, you went 11-2. Didn't do a round robin. That hurts. I'm curious what one of those would pay out. You know, hitting an 11 leg.
It would have been decent because there were some bigger underdogs in there.
Yep. You had the Cardinals. That was pretty big.
And the Packers.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Paige 9-4, and then I went 8-5. So our season standings, I fell behind Austin a bit. You are 123-70 for the year. I'm 119-74, and Paige creeping back in. They're 110-83. I kind of want to go back at the end of the year and just compare records, see who got better, see who got worse. I think Paige has done incredibly better.
I don't think
I've been able to say once that a dog could pick better, but on to roulette we go. We need a fucking hit, y'all.
Yeah.
We're down 50. I'm starting to think about, do we do a different closing episode, like a blackjack hand where we'll lose less money? Like, this is getting outrageous. So it's the perfect time to hit one with a little fucking lightning number on there. So our last, where the hell is it? There we go. Ooh, I've got some free credits again.
I will say,
every week I have free credits.
while you're going through this, my do not bet list, first quarter unders.
Ooh, 9 just hit. Fuck.
Okay, so that's, oh. Wait, so we're doubling up on 9, right?
They're doing a spin right now. They're doing a spin right now.
Oh,
No,
okay.
they're doing a spin right now.
First quarter unders. I forgot to mention this in the Packer game. But the Chiefs kick a field goal to end the first quarter. The clock hit triple zeros, and then it ticked for like 2 extra seconds, and they still let them snap it and kick the field goal. Even the announcers were like, oh, end of the quarter, and then they kicked it, and they're like, oh, I guess they're going to count it.
16 is our rollover. Hurry up.
Okay. Because of that allowance of the extra field goal, I had under 7.5 in a 10-leg parlay, $5 for 1,000. That was the only losing leg. So that's on my do not bet list. I was very hurt.
Yep, that was fucking gross. All right, we are about to spin. 16 just hit. Can we just get a lightning number? I feel like we haven't sweat a lightning number in a minute. Wow, it was showing the wheel now. Oh, never mind. Here it comes.
Okay.
Give me a lightning number. One time.
Also college conference championships.
24. Ooh. 24 at 200x.
Ooh,
one
come
time.
on.
Dude, we are so due. Just hit the 24. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, it's 10. It was 2 slots away. You bitch. Oh man. That was close. You know how when you watch and you can kind of see it coming around the railroad?
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, this could fall.
Yep.
It was right there. It was 2 numbers away.
Damn it.
Bitch. God damn it, dude. Now we are down 70. And what were we up with the fucking quadruple hit? We were up like 50 or 70?
Yeah, I think we were up 70.
Just an all-time bad run.
Yep.
It's like, I feel like we need to just bet the board one time just to have a little break even, see one go through the hoop.
Yeah.
Know? Well, actually, no, that'd be a loss because it only pays 30 to 1. Fucking A.
That's true.
All right. Anything else, sir?
No.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, door some tutties. Go Lions.
Peace.